Hey everybody, Ebenezer again. I just want to do a quick video, for another one for teens and kids, and basically people in general, I guess. Our son just came home from school to say that his laptop that he uses for school, which isn't his property, was broken. As soon as he came through the door from the bus, my laptop's broken. So I was like, how did that happen? Oh, my Sprite gushed or squirted all over it, because the Sprite in his bag had been bouncing around all day. So when he took it out, it was hot and ready to burst, I guess. And obviously he opened it near his laptop, and it's now gone through the keyboard, I guess. And the teachers took it for possible repair. So it's going to be another $100 for us to find, to waste. And we've told him before, don't drink anything near the laptop. Don't eat anything near it. Because it's sensible. Because these things could happen, and it's happened. And we've told him time and time again. And it's got really annoying. And now he's gone and opened a bottle of Sprite all over it, and he reckons that he didn't know it was going to happen, but regardless of whether he knew it was going to happen or not, don't drink near the laptop. It's not your property, it's the school's property, although you're the one using it. You know, don't drink or eat near it, whether it's at school or at home or anywhere. So I basically want to do this video because I'm all for equality, and I'm all for mutual respect regardless of age. I'm for respect your elders, but I'm also for those elders leading by example. So elders, if you want the respect, you have to lead by example and show mutual respect, because you know, most of us who are older than others, usually, you know, we have more experience. You know, and I was telling my son the other day, when you're talking to somebody, look them in the eye. You know, you look them in the face, and because he's around this, doing this while I'm talking to him. And for me, I was always taught that's disrespectful, or you know, you don't really care about what the person's saying, or you're not really bothered about what the person's saying. I can understand if you know, someone's cussing at you and shouting at you and hollering at you, fine, you're not going to want to know. But if you're telling them something sensible, you're having a conversation with someone, a general conversation, you generally look people in the eye. If you're not holding a magazine or a phone, which most people do nowadays. You know, if someone's talking to you face to face, you look at them in the eye while you're talking to them. And I think a lot of people have forgotten that. Not only kids and teens, a lot of adults seem to have forgotten that, you know, you look each other in the eye when you're talking to each other, because it's a sign of mutual respect. And it's, you know, kids, teens, listen to people. Everybody listen to people. You know, if someone's telling you something sensible, you know, if I start a new job and I don't know have a clue what I'm doing, you know, if I'm not a mechanic, I've never worked on cars. If I decide to think, well, I'm interested in cars, which I'm not, but you know, if I happen to be, and I'm going to be a trainee mechanic, and I start going and working on an engine with no experience, and someone said do this, do that and the other, and it's a sensible, common sense thing that they've told you, and you don't go and do it, you're going to be fired. You know, it's, you know, generally sensible things. We all know that, you know, an oven stove, if it's hot and you just turned it off and someone comes through, just warn them. Just turn the oven off 20 seconds, 30 seconds ago. Make sure you don't put your hand on it, because you don't want it to get burned. It's basically, you know, these common sense, sensible things that, you know, we need to listen to. You know, I remember my grandma telling us stuff, you know, don't do this and don't do that, make sure you don't touch this, and we knew, but because we're not paying attention, you know, me and my two younger brothers, you know, we don't always remember, and that's usually why she had to keep telling us all the time, because we, you know, are playing around, messing around. Don't go near that oven, it's hot, you'll get burnt. Yeah, we know. And then the next thing you know, one of us, I told you, didn't I? It's hot. So some people have to learn the hard way, I guess. But you know, I just really want to, you know, I did another video for this for teens about saving money for your retirement, because no one told me, you know, save money, save money, save money. My parents didn't instill that, and I don't really have any money saved anyway, because, you know, not completely because of my parents' fault, but because, you know, I didn't think about that, and I'm now at 37 now, only just thinking about it. So, and I've still got time. So if I end up at 67, you know, with half, you know, I'm going to possibly end up with half the retirement money, or less than half of the retirement money, as it, like if I had started saving 20 years ago, when I started working, you know, properly. So it's, you know, I'm trying to play catch up, and even still, I don't really have that much saved yet. So I'm really want to emphasise to teens especially, and adults my age and younger, you know, start saving for your retirement, and if you can, keep most of it away from the government, because they'll tax you on it as well. Although you've been worked, you know, 20-30 years already, and you've saved and saved and saved, they'll still tax it. I don't think that's fair. So try and keep most of whatever you save away from Mr. Taxman, so they don't take a big chunk out of you. Because really, you should be rewarded for saving, not punished. For me to see people save money in a bank account for 20, 30, 40, even 50 years, and you've got, say, 158,000, and they take 10%, 20% from you. For what? What did I do for you to take that 10, 20% from you? That's a lot of money. That's a brand new car, you know, to most people. Or, you know, a down payment on a house for someone's kids, or a college, you know, half a college payment or something. And you're punishing people for doing something good, you know. And it's like, well, I might as well, you know, some people think, well, I might as well go get drunk and spend all my money, and, you know, end up in an elderly home and not being able to afford it, which isn't, it's backwards to me. So people, please listen to people with experience. The experience usually means wisdom. You know, my wife's cousin's husband's dad is a mechanic, and he's been doing it for donkey's years, and I'm sure, you know, I could quite easily go and ask him, you know, my car's broken, can you tell me how to fix it, please? You know, I'll go to him because he's got the knowledge and the wisdom. He knows, he's been around cars. So, you know, it makes sense for me to go to someone who has the knowledge and the common sense to say, well, this is what you do, you know, because this is the problem. You know, so simple things like not going near your laptop and not drinking near it is a sensible thing. And kids, you really need to listen to your parents if they're telling you things that are, which are common sense. Same as grandparents, they'll tell your parents some things that, you know, they're too old to be telling them that. But anyway, my 10 minutes is almost up. Thank you for listening.